My name is Mike Wilkins, author and researcher. I'm here to share some important information on Sojourber-Truth, the notorious American prophet Matthias, and the Mormon prophet Joseph Smith. If you have the desire, then I have the information. Hidden inside the pages of history is the incredible story exposing curious coincidences between two American men who claimed to be prophets of God. These men claim to know the difference between good and evil spirit entities.
No religious viewpoint or intention to represent any proselyting into church organization or lifestyle is intended or presented in this book. This book contains the unforgettable emotional story involving Sojourber-Truth, Matthias, Joseph Smith, and many of their close friends.
Surprisingly, they experienced the same desires to build a new Jerusalem. They even claimed authority of the Melchizedek priesthood, which enabled them to build temples and teach their doctrines. There are many similarities between these two men. Eventually they met and shared some of their doctrines. Contained inside the court records, letters, newspapers, diaries, and legal documents are details which are not easily available to the general members of the public. After years of research and writing, I have collated these records and statements, which are almost 200 years old. The results are incredible. They expose a story revealing coincidences between claimed American prophets Joseph Smith and Robert Matthias, who renamed himself Prophet Matthias. These coincidences present overwhelming evidence of similarities which cannot be justifiably denied or rebutted.
If you like or dislike the contents of this teaser to the book Matthias and Smith, perhaps your family and friends will have the same emotions too. Remember, it's good to share. As a humanitarian, Christian, or Mormon, you are invited to like and share this vitally important information.
As you read my book, Matthias and Smith, the evidence exposes a story which is both emotional and unforgettable. If you're a Christian, Mormon, or truth seeker, you are invited to walk in the long shadows of men who claim to be American prophets, directed to build a new Jerusalem and temples upon the American continent. The claims of these two American prophets are either one of the greatest illusions involving spirit communications ever perpetrated upon humanity, or they are genuine reports of spirit communications which have alarming implications, confirming the battle between the forces of both good and evil spirit entities. As a Christian, Mormon, or truth seeker, the humanitarian implications confirming spirit communications are undeniable. From the dawn of humanity, we have written records confirming spiritual interaction with chosen men and women who have claimed both divine and demonic communications. If good and evil spirit entities exist and are attempting communications with humanity, the logical outcome is overwhelming. A supreme God and a deceiving devil also exist.
Facts are stranger than fiction. Many members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints do not know what the first official miracle of their church is. If you're one of them, then perhaps you will find this interesting. The first official miracle happened only days after the church was organized in April 1830. Surprisingly, this was no glorious vision or heavenly manifestation. Interestingly, the details of the first official miracle were reported verbally and in writing by the first claimed prophet, Joseph Smith. Historically, the first official miracle of the church involved evil spirits and demonic possession. Inside the book, Matthias and Smith, you can read all the details confirming that facts are stranger than fiction.
Historically, we have records written 300 years previous to the claims of the notorious American prophet Matthias. This record is a record of another man who renamed himself Prophet Matthias. He was the forerunner, a European counterpart, who lived and died in the 16th century. The facts are simple to explain. Information is power, and this is your chance to explore what others endured in the claimed battle between the forces of both good and evil spirit entities. After almost 200 years, the shocking emotional story of claimed demonic possession, intermingled with love, lust, and potential murder, is presented. Every part of this story has a direct line of contact with a real person who lived, then recorded their experiences. Every quote has a reference number for independent confirmation.
No religious viewpoint or intention to represent any proselyting into church organisations or lifestyle is intended or presented in this book. This book contains the unforgettable emotional story involving Sojourber-Truth, Matthias, Joseph Smith, and many of their close friends. Remember, it's good to share. As a humanitarian, Christian, or Mormon, you are invited to like and share this vitally important information.